Welcome back to Small Town Big Mouths. This is your bartender, Nikki.
And this is Amber, your one and only. We are missing our third person today, Misty, aka Dulce. She couldn't make it here today, but that's all right. We're going to continue because that's what we do.
We're going to roll on without her.
Yeah. So can we talk about this freaking weather, though?
Dude, the weather is gross outside. I don't know, so just for reference, so everyone understands, you guys, we record a little early. So this is actually, what's today? President's Day?
Yes, the 19th.
Yes.
February 19th.
Right. And this won't come out for like a week, right? A week or two.
Yeah.
So last night I had an employee party here and these fools, we were in here, some of us girls were in here at the table playing cards, and these fools are sitting out here. I have a covered patio for you guys don't know that I'm pointing at the patio. They're sitting out there in shorts, one of them, mind you. I have the door open. We're all wearing sweatshirts in here, and they're outside just like fucking chopping it up, talking with the rain, and it's like windy and shit. And then one of them said something like, are we going to have to drain your pool? And I'm like, the fuck? No, it doesn't work like that, guy.
Oh my gosh. My daughter got home at midnight and I was like, holy shit, I could hear it raining how hard it was. So hard. So I'm like, oh my gosh. But I was glad to see that the sun was out this morning.
I know.
Because I do horrible when it rains. I get in my little mood and I don't want to be around anybody and it freaking sucks. I don't like being that way. Anybody that knows me I'm very social and I go a million miles an hour. So for the last few weeks, I have not been myself.
Yeah, I feel like I have not been myself either. And we are going to do another episode on probably seasonal depression. Not a depressing episode, though. Hopefully it'll be funny with some of the shit that I went through the last couple of weeks, even though it's not funny to me now looking back at it. But like to talk about it will probably be funny because you guys may get a kick out of some of the shit that I do when I'm depressed. I don't know.
Well, have you heard about the stuff that's going on in LA? It's like totally it's flooding, evacuation warnings.
Seriously? Again?
Yes.
Okay, is this just because, is this like inland or is this on the coastal part?
It's West Hollywood, Beverly Hills,
yeah,
Malibu.
That's inland.
It's flash flood warnings.
Yeah, that's inland.
Ventura County.
Yeah, well, there's Ventura Beach right there, but like that's more inland. Like if you said like, oh, fucking, what's a town that's on the really like on the coast? If you said, oh, Malibu's flooding, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, it's on the coast.
Right.
But West Hollywood that's pretty inland. It's not like you're standing there and you can see the beach. You know what I mean?
Right. They're saying up to 1 inch per hour.
And it's raining right now, like as we speak.
I mean, it's 5:12 right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. But this was like in the last couple of hours that they're saying this.
Yeah. And the only reason I even know is because you guys, if you know me, you listen, my Tia, she lives next door. She came over to feed Roger and she was saying something about the flooding in LA. And so, yeah.
Yeah. I hope everybody's safe out there.
I don't.
Can you explain, Nikki? Please share what is going on.
So you guys all heard my story about Mr. Big, who was supposed to come with his friend and visit me. So Mr. Big came and...
Did he really come?
He did not come.
Not like that anyways.
Not with me anyways. It was not what I expected. Like maybe I had like some... So you guys need to understand, like for the 2 weeks, like I had went to LA with my friend Lisa. I had asked him for a tour of a place that he worked at. He told me the place was under construction, so he couldn't do that. My friend Lisa has a special needs daughter and her friend was with her. And I thought, how cool for them to go see this certain thing. So we weren't able to do that. So I had texted him and then he's texting me back. Like once you said, cool, we can't do that. I'm like, okay, cool.
Bye.
I didn't think anything more of it. Lisa and I were in Beverly Hills. We were taking pictures of all the Christmas lights. We were hopping out of the car, driving her fucking daughter probably crazy, but whatever. We didn't, we're going to go here. We don't care. You guys, we're going to park you right here. I mean, they're special needs, but they're both like 20 something years old. So they know how to like lock the doors and be fine inside the car. So don't think that was an issue, but I get back, we're going back and forth outside, taking pictures, blah, blah, and he's texting me and he's like, oh, it'll be so nice to see you. Oh, I wish we could have a drink. And I'm just like, okay, well,
hold on real quick. Just for new listeners, maybe they just skipped to this episode. Yeah. Mr. Big is someone that you've had a relationship with years ago. You stopped talking.
I feel like, and maybe this will change. I don't know. I feel like he is and was my soulmate. He is the person that understood everything about me. he loved me no matter what. We were, he just, like, for me, he was my person.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then, so he came for a rodeo. That's how I met him, was during the rodeo. And then we started dating. He lived in LA still. We were on and off a long distance relationship. We broke off several times, got back together several times. He came to my house and proposed marriage to me with his kids. He had his kids at the door and I said no. Like, looking back, I wish I would have said yes, but do I? I don't know, because now, like, looking back again, I don't know how that would have ended up. You know what I mean? I don't know how that would have worked. I would have definitely moved to LA, and this bitch would be in a flood right now.
Well, I'm glad you didn't, because I wouldn't know you.
I know. I think about all the great relationships I made afterwards. So I'm like, you know what? Maybe I have this wonderful house. My aunt lives next door. It's like, my son is here. My grandchild is here. So, like, for me, it's like, would I have really been happy if I moved? I don't know. Probably not.
Well, I do believe that we are where we're supposed to be in this very moment, and not everybody is meant to be in each chapter, or maybe it's a new book. I don't know.
Like, if your life is a book, there's going to be different chapters, right? Right. So I don't think your life is different books, maybe, but maybe different chapters of the book. I mean, it all depends on how you look at it, I guess. Huh?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't know. Sometimes I wish I could rewrite my story.
Yeah. in that chapter would start a new one.
Yeah.
So
part 2?
Yeah.
Like Clark style.
Yeah.
So anyways, go on.
Okay. So him and his friend end up coming. Well, okay, let me rewind. They came a couple years ago for a rodeo, him and his friend. He was very flirtatious, but I was still not trying to go there because I really wasn't sure. I knew he was dating someone, and I'm not that girl. Like, it's me. I don't want to say I'm a jealous girl, because I'm not, but if it's me, it's me.
Right.
It's not me and some other girl.
You can't have your cake and eat it too.
That's not who I am. That's not how I am. And I'm not ever going to be that way. So him and his friend come over. They come for rodeo. I say, let's get together at my house on Sunday. I'll make food. So I make food. I invite my girlfriends over. Mr. Big and his friend come over. We get ready to sit down at the table. And his friend says something like, oh, isn't this great? He's like, your ex-girlfriend's making you lunch. And when you get home, your wife will have dinner on the table.
Wow.
I was just like, my whole
sorry,
demeanor
gotta
changed.
go.
Yeah. But, if anyone knows anything about me, they know I fucking sucked it up. We fucking made it through dinner or lunch, lunch. And I was just like, okay, it's time for you guys to get on the road. You know what I mean? Like, I'm ready for you to leave now. Cause I don't know how I didn't have flames coming out of my fucking mouth and my, like the cartoon with the flames coming out of the side of the head.
You're a lot better than I am, because I would have flipped my wig.
I just didn't want to embarrass myself. And what I really wanted to do was cry. That's what I really wanted to do. But I don't really like people seeing me cry.
Same.
Yeah.
You will, if you see me cry,
something's wrong.
Something's fucking wrong, and watch out.
Yeah. And I'm usually crying because I'm mad. Mm-hmm. It's not because I'm sad. And if I'm crying because I'm mad, I don't give a fuck. Don't try and hug me. I don't give a fuck who you are. Don't try and make me feel better, because you're not doing it. Mm-mm. You know what I mean? And for all this time, I thought it was like a Taurus thing. But what sign are you?
I'm a Gemini.
Yeah. See, okay. Well, that's another scary ass sign.
I think it's how we've dealt with life. The cards that were given to us and how we cope with things is really why I think I'm like that. Maybe, I don't know if you feel the same way.
Yes, no, for sure.
Going through hard times, traumas, just different things in life have hardened me. And I feel like crying is a sign of weakness.
Yes.
Even though as much as I try to teach my kids, like, it's okay to cry. For me, I have a hard time swallowing that pill.
Don't you feel like, though, because it is okay to cry, but don't you fucking feel like when you don't, like, when it comes, it's just like, it's like the fucking flooding in LA. It's just like fucking, here it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you could have cried. Oh my God, I broke a nail. All of a sudden you're just like fucking rolling out buckets of tears.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's weird is, like, even when I get like that, as soon as, like, my kid walks in or, like, somebody calls, I'm like, hello? Like, I'm fine. Like, I shut it off. I have to.
See, I don't know. I don't know if I can do that. So back to.
Ooh.
Okay. Roger, that is over in the window freaking out. Hey, sorry guys. We record at our home. So, like, sometimes you'll hear, like, the phone or my dog, or, I don't know what he's barking at over there. There's probably a squirrel in the road. So anyway, so Mr. Big, after this, I go to LA and contact him, and he's still reaching out to me about dinner. He says he wants to come visit. And I'm like, okay. So in those 2 weeks, the first week, it was a lot of going back and forth with like him sending me love songs, and all those feelings came rushing back for me.
Yeah.
And he was saying the same thing on the other end. Like, I feel da-da-da-da. I still love you. I miss you. I this, I that. I want to see you, da-da-da. And
it wasn't a one-way street.
It was not a one-way street at all, but I knew he was married, so I wasn't, and still is married as far as I know. So then week 2, he kind of calmed down a little bit. And then I'm like, okay, is he going to come? Is it like, then I started like replaying in my mind, like what's going on? I almost was doubting myself. So I text him and I'm like, last week you were this and this and this now. And he's like, you're reading too much into it. So in my head, I'm thinking, okay, then that means that you're still on the same page, right? Is that not what that means to you? You're still on the same page, but I'm just busy. He took on a new role at work. He's, maybe he's thinking about how he's going to get out of this marriage that he's in, that clearly he doesn't. If you're reaching out to me, I feel like clearly you should not be married. That's me. If I'm reaching out to you and I'm with someone, then that means I shouldn't be with that person. That's not how this shit works. So they end up coming here. The first night was cool, but we were all drinking. I had a couple breakdowns while we were out because I just really wanted to talk about the elephant in the room. Mm-hmm. We didn't talk about that. So then day 2, that he stayed the night. Nothing happened. He slept in my bed. I slept on the couch. There was a point when he said, you can come in and lay with me. And so I went in there to lay with him. And it wasn't that he tried to do anything because he's a gentleman, but he laid there it was our time to talk. And when he was talking, it was just blah, 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 me, blah, 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 this, blah, 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 mine, blah, blah, blah. And I just finally was like, you know what? Stop fucking talking. Everything you're saying has not a fucking thing to do with me, and I don't care. I sound like Erica Jane right now from the fucking Real Housewives. Oh. And I wasn't meaning to sound like that, but this is the chance we have to talk. Your friend is in the other room sleeping. Right now is
alone time.
Yeah, it's the time for you to say what the fuck is going on. You know what I mean? So I got up and went on the couch. We wake up the next day. We go out again. I'm just not having it now. I'm just done because I realize we're not going to have this conversation. And now looking back, because it's been a couple of weeks, I really think that he thought that he was going to come here and I was going to be like...
Head over heels?
No, I think he likes to drink. And I do too. But I think he thought I was going to be some sort of party girl. Let's just like wake up and drink. Let's go to bed drinking. I can't do that.
Right.
You know what I mean? And he's kind of always been that person. When he's not working, he likes to drink. And I'm not saying he's an alcoholic because he's not. I work at a bar. I know what an alcoholic looks like.
And he's successful. He has his shit together.
Exactly. So I just think that he thought he was going to come here and we were just going to for lack of a better term, let me use a Vicky Gundelson. We were going to just whoop it up. We were just going to have all this fun. Well, I still have all these unanswered questions.
Right.
Let's just put yourself in my shoes. If this was going on, would you be able to just fucking relax and whoop it up while he's here? Or I'm bitter. I don't want to say I was mad. I was expecting something different is what it is.
I think I probably would have talked about it the first night, especially when you're drinking.
I tried to.
And then I'm probably a little bit more aggressive. And shit, if we're not going to talk about this, this is what you've been telling me for the last 2 weeks, whatever. I think I would have to be a little bit more aggressive. Right. And if it doesn't, then you can go. It's fine. You're not going to hurt my feelings. But be honest with me. Right. And let me be able to choose.
Right. And that's how I felt. Well, we were at, and I'm going to go ahead and mention the name because I'm going to give him a shout out and we'll hashtag him. We were at the Skyline. Mm-hmm. Okay. And I took a night off from fucking work.
Which you never do.
Never do unless I'm out of this country. Okay. So I took a night off from work. We're sitting at Skyline. I'm trying to speak to him about it. And he's telling me now's not the time because we're drinking. So I had to keep getting up and I don't want to say keep getting up. I did it twice and excusing myself to go outside to walk around the fucking parking lot to calm myself down because I didn't want to make a scene. I'm not going to make a scene in a bar that is our friend. You know what I mean? I'm not going to make a scene in a bar anyway, unless I'm just a drunken mess getting kicked out of bars in San Francisco. That never happened. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, no, that kind of sucks. I don't know. I feel like I communicate, when I'm able to. I don't know. That's a hard situation because
tears were rolling down my face. He knew something was wrong. You know what I mean? And I kept trying.
And I think he's a piece of shit for not even acknowledging that and being like, you know what? I do care about you enough to like, let's go ahead and address this real quick, even if we have to walk outside. And yes, we're drinking, but the truth fucking comes out when you're drinking.
And I think that's the part that hurt me the most, and why the next day, you know, he knew I was mad. He said I was mad. And I keep saying I'm not mad. I wasn't, I guess, mad. I was disappointed that I didn't get the answers, any answers. It doesn't matter if it's the answers that I want. I wanted an answer. Yeah. And I wanted you to say something, not just turn around and walk away from it, which is what he did. Day 2, we went out. We were doing some other things. His friend had left for a little while. We went to another place, Eureka, here in town. Shout out Eureka. We were having some cocktails and eating. And his friend, he said, my friend is coming back. And I'm like, cool. I said, now that we're sitting here, Reader's Digest version, why did you even come here?
Yeah. What was your whole point?
As I still have tears streaming down my face. So I think that's the part that really, like, I wasn't mad. You really fucking hurt my feelings, because if you can sit and watch me cry and you can't give me, and I'm not saying it didn't have to be what I wanted it to be, but you could have said anything.
Right.
But we're not going to talk about it. That's not the answer.
Definitely not.
Say anything else, but not that. Because then I just really lost it. And I was like, okay, cool. Now I just don't want to talk to you anymore. I fucking ate my food. We left. We got here. I walked to my room and they're like, we're going to leave. I'm like, okay, bye. It was just like that day when I found out he was married. It was like that all over again.
Yeah. And that's got to suck. You know, you didn't talk for so many years, and then to talk for a few weeks and thinking that all those feelings are resurfacing on both ends, and then to come here and act like that's
right.
That's kind of cowardice.
It's cowardice. It's selfish. I feel like he is toxic to me. I for years did not talk to him. He would text me like happy birthday. He would send me like, you know, Merry Christmas. He would send me like he's listening to something in the car and it was like a song that we like one of our songs. Because we communicated a lot through music because we live so far away.
It's a love language.
It is a love language. And it's very much my love language. And he sent me like, you know, a picture of like Toby Keith singing Whiskey Girl. That was his song to me because I used to drink Southern Comfort. So he would send me like pictures like that. Over the years, I would ignore them because I didn't fucking want to talk to this man. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But I only reached out because, and I'm not blaming Lisa in any way, shape, or form. I thought, I'm an adult. I can ask him. He can take us and give us a tour of this place. If not, no big deal. Had it just the door shut and it been over, but no, he kept going. So,
right.
So now, yes, I do blame him.
Well, maybe he thought he could string you along again. I don't know. Either way, you know, it ended for a reason, I guess, you know, and you thought maybe it could go back to what it was.
I didn't know what I thought it was going to be. You know what I mean?
Did you feel like you had closure the first time?
No, not really. And I don't feel like I got it this time
I don't think you did either. And I think after the second time, you just have to be like, okay, I'm done.
Yeah.
Because even if he was to come back and be like, oh, he's obviously can't own up to his shit as a man. And that's not cool.
Right. And there's no going back now. You know what I'm saying? Like now I see you for who you are. You're not ever coming back in my life. Don't fucking text me happy birthday. Don't fucking text me Merry Christmas. Don't send me pictures of fucking songs that remind me. Don't.
Get the fuck gone.
Yeah, exactly. And stay the fuck gone, because I can't put myself through this. Not just me, but like my aunt. You know what I mean? I'm over there telling Tia that I'm talking to Mr. Big again. Like we're just speaking, and she's so like happy about it because she knew that he made me happy. Sorry about that, you guys. Roger saw something in the street that he had to like bark at. So yeah, I just don't, there's no going back. I don't want him in my life. I don't want any of that, because the second that he does, it could probably be real bad for me. And I just don't need that anymore.
I wonder how many of our listeners have had circumstances like this where you close the door, you don't have closure, and then somebody comes back into your life, or even like situationships, right? Because you get in these situations where it's like you're dating, and then, you know, shit falls apart, and then somebody starts really seeing somebody or whatnot,
Right.
and then somebody tries to come back. Like, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there that have things that go on like this.
Well, I'm sure because it happens to me too. I have a situationship, and every once in a while, this was his always like, I knew he wanted me to come over. He'd be like, hi. And I'd be like, hey, what are you doing? Oh, blah, blah, blah. Come over before work. I'll take you to dinner or come to, And so just the other day I get this, hi. I'm like, hey.
What do you want?
It was different though. It hit different this time because I was like, he's like, hi. And I'm like, hey, what's up?
Yeah.
Like, we're not talking about that because I don't have the energy for it anymore. You know what I mean? I just don't.
I feel like I don't have the energy for fucking nothing lately.
Yeah.
I think it's this goddamn, it's going to circle back to this damn weather. I do not like it.
It is definitely the weather. Although today was actually nice, but it's looking a little windy outside now.
Yeah, I need warm weather. I need like lake days.
Yeah.
I need sand between my toes.
Yeah, well, we're just weeks away from daylight savings time, so.
Please.
Yes, exactly. And you are going somewhere for your birthday that's going to be.
Yes. I'm flying out to Miami for 3 days in June. And then I'll be doing the whole Miami thing, and then doing a cruise to the Bahamas, Dominican Republic, and Turks and Caicos.
You're going to have a lot of fun.
Oh my God, I can't wait.
I bet not.
Happy 40th to me.
Yeah. I really...
I'm accepting gift cards.
She's accepting gift cards, Venmo, Zelle, the
Cash
whole 9
App.
yards. She's going to make a GoFundMe page pretty soon.
Yeah, it's been expensive already.
I bet. I wish I could go with you. I just cannot get that much time off. So
yeah, I think I'm going to be gone like 10 days.
I know.
I fly out on the 19th. I'm doing like a red eye to be in Miami early the next day. And then I fly back the 29th.
Yeah.
So I'm
I
excited.
could get 10 days off, but mine have to be like from Sunday to like the following Tuesday. And I think the way you have it worked out, it doesn't work.
I fly out on a Wednesday night.
Yeah.
And come back on a Sunday.
Yeah. That just.
Well, where are we going to go, Nikki?
I don't know.
Traveling is my love language.
Traveling is my love language.
And it's the only therapy I really need.
I have a friend that's in Bali right now, and I really just want to go back. And she keeps posting pictures, and I'm like, I'm so jealous. I want to come back. And she's like, let's plan a trip. But the thing is, because planning trips is so hard with people, and people say they're in and then they're not.
That's my biggest problem is I'm down. Like, you talk about like, let's do something. I'm like booking the flight in the room, like, or, whatever it is. But like a lot of people back out or they can't commit. And I'm just not that person. Do not talk about travel unless you're really ready to travel.
And I used to be that person, but ever since COVID and the bar, because it's so hard right now, y'all, it is still hard to find people that want to work. I don't know we have a lot of listeners that aren't in Fresno and Clovis. We, actually a majority of our listeners are not here. They're all over.
Different countries.
Yeah, it's really weird. I mean, it's great. I'm so happy for it. Thankful, all the whole 9 yards. But the crazy thing is that I just want to know if anyone listening, reach out on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. Are you guys experiencing the same thing that we're experiencing here? COVID is over. Shit is back to normal. And people still do not want to work.
Yeah, I don't get it. Where are they getting money from? Duh, we should know this.
Where are they getting money from?
OnlyFans. Duh.
That could very well be true. That could be true. All right. Well, I just wanted a chance to tell my story because I know that some of you guys heard me talk about Mr. Big coming and all that good stuff. So I wanted to let everyone know kind of what happened. That was the Reader's Digest version. And just a little short because it's just Amber and I sitting here at the table staring at each other. So I just wanted to touch base and let you guys know what had happened.
But I like staring at you.
I know. We were beautiful. That's why. So I want to thank everyone for listening. And as always, if you have any questions, concerns, comments, please reach out. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. We're here. We're listening. We appreciate you.
Please share, follow, subscribe.
All of the above.
Roger that.
Roger that.